throw any pieces of the trapezoid away. We kept every square. We did a little maneuvering there. So since I kept every square, what's the area? The area is still 32 square units. But what's the formula for a trapezoid? What classifies something as a trapezoid? Two parallel sides. And in fact, this one is an isosceles trapezoid. It's a special kind of trapezoid. But anyway, a trapezoid, two opposite sides are parallel. The other two don't have to be parallel. So what do we do to find the area? I'll come across here and mark this side. That we'll call base number 1, B1. And then base number 2 is the other parallel side, B number 2. And what I could do, if I look at B number 1 is, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. B number 1 is 11. B number 2, from corner to corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So B number 1 is 11, B number 2 is 5. If I add those together, what do I get? 16. Remember, for our rectangle, it was 8 times 4. So maybe if I add B number 1 plus B number 2 and divide by 2, that gives us kind of an average of the two bases. That's my 8. Multiply that by the height. Something I've kind of said for years is this. Here, let me write this out though. B1, let me write area, A for area of a trapezoid, is B1 plus B2 divided by 2 times H. You might have seen this written in a variety of ways. Maybe you've seen it 1/2 times B1 plus B2 in parentheses times H. But if I plug in my numbers here for our problem, 1/2, B number 1 is 11, B number 2 is 5, H is 4. So that's 1/2 times 16 times 4, and that's going to be 32 square units. So we got a formula using variables that works for the area of every trapezoid. This is what I've kind of thought. You might want to take this idea and run with it. You might reject it. But I've thought, if I'm doing geometric shapes, if you know anybody who does some woodworking, when they're cutting some wood, ask them to cut some scraps for you. One in the shape of a triangle, a trapezoid, a square, a rectangle. Because if you're doing areas, you could take that triangular block of wood and really talk about the height. You could put it on your desk, put it on the table. The piece that's flat against the table is the base, and the height is how high up it is from the table. That as you build your teaching supplies, I can imagine that would be a good supply to have. Okay, so this kind of completes this activity of using variables in equations. Next time, we'll do variables that take on a specific value.